These will be the even problems on 2-3 and 2-4 of your notes, where we're solving equations with variables on both sides of the equal sign. So just a reminder that if you need to distribute, to do that first. That's to get rid of the parentheses. Then if you have more than one set of like terms on either side of the equal sign, you need to combine those together. Then what I do is take the variable from the right and move it to the left every time, just so I'm always doing the same thing. And that will help us, especially when we get to inequalities. After that, you can solve just like Unit 1. And I will show you a little shortcut in here as well. So when we look at number 2, we do not have to distribute and we do not have to combine like terms. The like terms are on opposite sides of the equal sign, so we have to do the opposite or inverse operation to move them. So I am going to start by adding 8x to both sides. That will get rid of the variable term on the right. This gives me 2x plus 14 is equal to 12. So now it looks just like one of those two-step equations that we did in Unit 1, where I subtract 14. 2x is equal to negative 2. Divide by 2, and x equals negative 1. When you check your answers, you don't know what it's supposed to equal. So you need to plug negative 1 in here. 6 plus 14 would give me 20. So the left-hand side becomes 20. When I plug negative 1 in here, 12 minus negative 8 is also 20. So you need to plug it into both sides and make sure you come up with the same answer, that they match. That's how you know you solved this equation correctly. Number 4, even though it would make more sense probably to add the 2u so it stayed positive, I'm still going to subtract the 9u over to the other side, just because I always like to have my variables on the left. So I'm going to subtract 9u. The 12 comes down. You need to be careful. Negative 2 minus 9 is minus 11u is equal to 45. Then I need to subtract 12. Remember, this negative here goes with the 11u, so I need to subtract 12 to make it go away. Negative 11u is equal to 33. Divide by negative 11, and u is equal to negative 3. So again, I'm not going to take the time to do it, but you should check and plug negative 3 into here and get a number, and negative 3 in there and get a number, and make sure you get the same number on both sides. This one I'll show you a shortcut if you feel comfortable doing it. Instead of taking 2 steps to get things moved to the left and to the right, we can actually do it all in 1 step. So when I add the 7k to both sides, instead of writing my next line, I'm going to also move the negative 1 to the opposite side. So I'm going to move my variables to the left and my plain terms to the right. So you can do that all in 1 step rather than 2 separate steps. So this would give me negative 3k is equal to 39. Then I can divide both sides by negative 3 and get k equals negative 13. And you're done. So it takes 1 less step if you decide you want to do it that way. You just have to remember that constants go to one side and variable terms go to another side. They can't both go to the same side. Again, if you don't feel comfortable, you'll want to move your variable, write what you have left, then move your constant, and then you'll be down to where you just have to divide. Number 8, we do have to distribute first. So on the left-hand side, we would have 8w minus 2 equals, on the right-hand side, negative 10w plus 30 plus 4. Now again, if you want to write that above, so then you can put the 4 with it right away instead of writing 2 whole long steps, that's totally fine, as long as you remember to put the 30 and the 4 together. So 8w minus 2 equals negative 10w plus 34. So 10w, need to add that to both sides. So again, with the shortcut, that means I'm also going to add 2 to move that to the right-hand side. So I have 18w equals 36. Divide both sides by 18. W equals 2. Number 10, you need to be really careful. You cannot do negative 16 minus 7. You have to multiply before you subtract. So the negative 16 just comes down, then you distribute the negative 7. So minus 14a minus 21 equals 23 minus 2a. So negative 14a minus 37 equals 23 minus 2a. So I'm going to add 2a to both sides. At the same time, I can add 37. So again, I got rid of the variable on the left, which means I need to get rid of the constant. Sorry, I got rid of the variable on the right, so I need to get rid of the constant on the left. I move my variables left and my constants right. This gives me negative 12a is equal to 60. Divide by negative 12, and a equals negative 5. And our last one, number 12, we have to start by distributing. So 8y plus 32 minus 2y plus 2, negative and a negative, equals 70 minus 3y. So here we need to do 8y minus 2y to get 6y. The common thing people do is add the 2y to get 10y, but you don't do that because they're on the same side of the equal sign, so you just put them together. 32 plus 2 would be plus 34, is equal to 70 minus 3y. So then I would add 3y to both sides. And again, if you feel comfortable with it, you can subtract 34 at the same time. If you would rather do those in 2 separate steps, that is totally fine. So 9y equals 36. Divide both sides by 9, y equals 4.